What is going on? Welcome back to Wrestling City. As always, I'm Taylor. This is your Monday Night Raw review for November 17th, 2025. And oh my goodness, what a show we got tonight. Holy cow. Dare I say that this was the best episode of Raw that we have gotten in 2025? Is it okay if I say that? Are you guys going to roast me in the comments? Are you guys going to tell me I'm stupid or anything like that? Is it safe for me to say that this is probably the best episode of Raw in 2025? I mean, let me know in the comments down below if you agree or disagree. I just can't think of an episode of Raw from this year that is better than what we got tonight. I mean, just to give you a rundown of what we got tonight, we got a really fun six-man tag team match to kick off the show between Cena, Sheamus, and Rey Mysterio versus the Judgment Day, Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough, and Finn Balor. We had Dolph Ziggler return tonight. He took on Solo Sikoa. Not happy with the ending. I'll get into more of that in just a second. We had AJ Lee return. She's back. The first time we've seen her since WrestlePalooza. We have a new women's intercontinental champion, Maxine Dupree. I enjoyed that moment. Dude, there's just so much. We had a absolute banger of a match. Probably the best match we've gotten in this the last time is now tournament between Gunther, who, by the way, returned with his OG theme song. That was great to hear. He took on Javon Evans. That was, like I said, probably the best match we've gotten, and that might be the best match that we do get in the last time is now tournament. So, and then we ended the night with a complete and chaotic brawl between the Vision, Drew McIntyre, and the baby faces, getting us set up for War Games. And then you had the return of Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. So the men's War Games match is officially set. I will give my thoughts on that as well. But oh my goodness. If you missed this episode of Raw, I'm sorry. You missed a great episode. I I mean, what a show! Honestly, what a show! I'll get into So I'll just start off at the top. So we had this tag team match. So John Cena had kicked off the show once again. We didn't have Triple H in the ring to kick it off like we did last week, which was nice. We didn't really need that last week, and I'm glad we didn't get it this week. So John Cena kicked off the show. He was going to talk about just what the city of New York, what Madison Square Garden meant to him. And then Dominic Mysterio interrupted him once again. And he said that he wants his Intercontinental Championship match back. So John Cena said that, okay, well, let's do it tonight then. Let's do it right here, right now in Madison Square Garden. Dominic Mysterio said no. Dominic Mysterio said he wants to do this on his time. He says that John Cena got to have the Intercontinental Championship match in his hometown of Boston, Massachusetts last week, in his backyard, with the hometown crowd advantage. Dominic Mysterio said he wants that this time, the second time around. So he challenges John Cena to an Intercontinental Championship match in San Diego, California at Survivor Series War Games. And of course, John Cena accepts. I really enjoyed that. Man, Dominic Mysterio, he has really held his own on the mic. these last 2 weeks with John Cena. And the crazy thing is, Dominic Mysterio, he isn't just getting one match with John Cena. He's not even getting two matches. He got a second match tonight. He's getting 3 matches against John Cena on this Last Time Is Now tour. Hell, Cody Rhodes only got 2. Logan Paul got 2 as well. If you want to count he teamed with him at Money in the Bank, and then they had the one-on-one match at Clash in Paris. But Dominic Mysterio is getting 3 matches with John Cena. I mean, good for Dominic Mysterio. Obviously that's a sign of what this company thinks of Dominic Mysterio, where they have all this trust in him to give him, like I said, not 1, not 2, but 3 matches on this tournament. Nobody else can say that this year. So, that's just crazy to me, and I'm okay with that. Dominic Mysterio, he's really improved so much. So it's nice to see him getting this opportunity. So then we get this match, this tag team match. It's like I said earlier, it's John Cena, Sheamus. Well, first of all, how we got to this match, Dom lays the challenge for Survivor Series, and then the rest of Judgment Day come out. And Dominic Mysterio told him, like, we won't do the match tonight, but you'll get an ass beating. So they jump John Cena, and then Sheamus and Rey Mysterio came out to make the save, and that set up a tag team match. And the amount of complaining that I saw on social media about this match taking place. And then I had people out here saying, "Wow, we're really wasting John Cena's final match on Raw on a 6-man tag team match. We should have done an IC title open challenge." First of all, no, we should not have done a Intercontinental Championship open challenge. Because first of all, we've seen way too many of those these last few weeks. I'm already getting tired of the U.S. title open challenge, so I just didn't want to see another open challenge. I just think they've ran that concept into the dirt at this point. So it's funny that all the people that were complaining about this match taking place, but hell, once the match was over, they were talking about, "Oh man, that was so much fun, man. What a great match." No, stay on that side. You didn't want to see this match, so just stay on that side. All right. Me, on the other hand, I'm happy that we got this match because we got to see Sheamus and John Cena in the ring together one final time. We got to see John Cena and Rey Mysterio share the same ring for a final time. 2 guys who he has major history with. So if we weren't going to get them one-on-one, then I'm perfectly fine with this tag team match, and it was fun. That was a really fun tag team match, and so I was okay with that. And of course, John Cena, Sheamus, and Rey Mysterio did pick up the win. They, I'll go over some of this match because there were a lot of great moments here. So really, the moment of the night was the 15 knuckle shuffle where Cena, Sheamus, and Rey Mysterio all each hit the 5 knuckle shuffle to make it a 15 knuckle shuffle is what I called it on my stream. And then they each hit their finishing move, the bro kick, and then the 619, and the attitude adjustment. So, it was just a fun match. I really enjoyed myself with that one. So, and then we had the another first round match in the Last Time Is Now tournament. We had Solo Sikoa. He was facing a mystery opponent, and shout out to co-host of this channel, Ryler. He actually called this earlier in the day. He texted me privately and said that he thinks that it will be Dolph Ziggler that will be the mystery opponent, and he was correct. And I was happy with this. I was gonna be happy either way, just as long as it wasn't Joe Hendry. I know that might piss some people off, but I just don't care for Joe Hendry, man. And I know that he just signed a contract to WWE, and I guess he'll be spending some time in NXT. I mean, that's fine with me. I really don't watch NXT, so I won't have to worry about seeing him. So now the match was fine. It's so nice to see Dolph Ziggler back. Dolph Ziggler, man, he what an underrated talent. And it's crazy to say that about Dolph Ziggler because he's been around for so long, but still he is so underrated. And I think they made a mistake not having him win this match because look, Solo Sikoa, he's nice and all. He's got a great personality, but man, when he's in the ring, he just bores me to death. He really does. I mean, I just don't know what it is, but I did not like the I just didn't like this. I think Dolph Ziggler should have won because if I'm not mistaken, Solo Sikoa is going to face the winner of Finn Balor and Penta next week on Raw. And then as soon as I saw that, I was like, well, damn it, man. Dolph Ziggler really should have won this match. Imagine a match between. If I had to guess, Penta's going to win that match. Imagine a match between Penta and Dolph Ziggler on Monday Night Raw. That'd be a TV match of the year candidate right there. But no, WWE they they just love to play it safe. They love to be super duper predictable, and they gave the win to Solo Sikoa. So I wasn't a fan of that, but I mean, what do you expect? So we got. So I'm gonna switch over to the women's war games match real quick because that's next here. So Charlotte Flair is back. Alexa Bliss is cutting a promo, just saying that she wants to hear back from Charlotte Flair. She said she'd been talking to her all weekend, trying to get in touch with her. Actually, wasn't able to get in touch with her. Charlotte was dodging her calls and texts all weekend. So then Alexa Bliss is in the ring all by herself, and then out come the heels, Kabuki Warriors, and Nia Jackson, Lash Legend. They surround the ring. They start beating up on Alexa Bliss, and then out comes the team of Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. They come out there to even the odds somewhat. It's still 4-on-3. I expected somebody else to show up here, but no. Charlotte Flair came running down the ring with a kendo stick to make the save. She helps out Alexa Bliss and then points at Rhea and Io, which commentary speculates is her throwing in with the babyface War Games team. So now they only have one more spot to fill, and it looks like that final spot's going to be AJ Lee. So I guess that's a good segue here because AJ Lee made her return tonight in the middle of the Maxine Dupree and Becky Lynch match for the Intercontinental Championship. This match, it was it was okay. I do think that their match in Sacramento a few weeks back was a lot better. I don't know. It wasn't very smooth. They had a couple botches here and there. It just I don't know. Something just didn't feel right with this match. I don't know what it was, but their match a few weeks back was a little bit better than this one. So there was a point in this match where Becky Lynch she throws Maxine out of the ring because she wants Jessica Carr to start counting, to hopefully to get the count out victory here, just to take the cheap way out. And then as Jessica Carr, the referee, is counting, she has her back turned to Becky Lynch. So Becky Lynch goes over to a corner and tries to expose one of the turnbuckles. And then out comes AJ Lee. She starts walking down the aisleway. She's looking at I almost said Alexa Bliss, excuse me. She's looking at Becky Lynch, and she's kind of telling Becky Lynch to turn around. Maxine Dupree makes her way to the top rope and hits a flying cross body, and that's what Maxine Dupree used to pick up the win. Um, that now that's not the preferred choice finishing move I would have used, but I don't really care because I'm happy for Maxine Dupree. I think she deserves this, and you can really tell how much she's improved in the ring. And she that's the definition of hard work pays off. And the Intercontinental Championship was made for people like Maxine Dupree. It's a stepping stone for the women like Maxine Dupree. This could eventually, I don't want to say it's going to catapult her to the world title picture. I think she's got a ways to go before she's in the world title picture. But this is a good start for Maxine Dupree, and I'm looking forward to seeing what she does with the Intercontinental Championship. I'm not sure if she'll have a long reign with it because I still do think that the plan is to have Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee for the Intercontinental Championship at some point. So it's nice to see Maxine Dupree get this moment. She deserves it. You can tell she's put in the work for this moment. So she absolutely 100% deserves this, and I just couldn't be happier for her. I really couldn't. So then we go backstage later on. Just Jackie Redmond is talking backstage with AJ Lee and Maxine Dupree. Maxine Dupree ends up walking away with Otis and to Akira Tozawa to go celebrate the victory. And then, so it's just Jackie Redmond and AJ Lee. And so Jackie Redmond's just pretty much asking AJ Lee what's next. And then in comes Rhea Ripley, and she simply asks AJ Lee, "Do you have a second to talk?" Well, Jackie Redmond, there's your answer. Because AJ Lee is going to be inside War Games on the babyface team, and that pretty much means that Becky Lynch will be joining the women's War Games team. So the women's War Games match is pretty much set. You'll have Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, and AJ Lee, and they'll take on the team of Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane. They will take on, and you'll have Nia Jax, Lash Legend, and Becky Lynch. I'm really not a fan of this lineup. I mean, really, the only reason, yeah, I'm just not a fan of this lineup. I mean, Nia Jackson, Lash Legend are kind of out of place in this. The only reason you could say it deserves to be in War Games is because of the Kabuki Warriors with Rhea and Io. They've got some tension. And then Becky Lynch and AJ Lee. I would have just left it with those four ladies, right? Well, look, you wouldn't know. You would have needed one more person for the heels if you didn't have Lash Legend and Nia Jax. But yeah, I'm just not a fan of that lineup. Hopefully, it'll be a good match. But next up, you had Gunther versus Javon Evans, and this, like I said earlier, this was probably the best match that we've gotten so far, and this might be the best match that we get in this entire tournament. And speaking of Gunther, he came back out. He came out with his OG NXT UK theme song, and man, I absolutely love to hear that theme song. That theme song is so much better than the one he's been using. It just it's just so much more menacing when you hear it. I mean, I heard that. I was like, yeah, it might be over for the rest of this field. I mean, they may have just they might as well just go ahead and give this tournament to Gunther. I mean that theme, it's like some final boss type type music. I mean, it really is the violin. Just I don't know. It's just so menacing. So obviously Gunther did pick up the win here. Didn't surprise me at all. I would have loved to seen Javon Evans win this match. I just wish we can get some upsets throughout this tournament. I guess the only upset that we can probably get is Carmelo Hayes over Bronson Reed, which I think should happen. I think that we can see some members of like I don't know, Cody get involved or something like that. I'm just hoping that they don't go with the route of the Miz costing Carmelo Hayes. So Carmelo Hayes definitely needs to win that match. I mean, plus Bronson Reed's going to be tied up doing stuff with inside War Games, so you just need to give the title, just give the win to Carmelo Hayes, please. That's all I ask for, please. Water break. Mm, that was nice. All right, let's go. Let's keep going. All right, main event segment time. So we had the huge brawl that breaks out here. We had Paul Heyman with Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, and Drew McIntyre make their way down to the ring. Ooh, man. All right, Paul Heyman does his little shtick, introduces the foreknown entrance of his War Games team. He says he's walked the Samoan SWAT team and the fabulous Freebirds, the Dangerous Alliance, the Bloodline, all of them to War Games. And then he says that this is the greatest assembly of talent ever put together for War Games. I, I mean, he might not be wrong. Honestly, you just look at this field. You've got Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, and Brock Lesnar, which he showed up a little bit later. Um, so before we get to Brock Lesnar, CM Punk shortly came out there. The Usos came out there, and then Cody Rhodes comes out there, and then all hell just breaks loose. Everybody is going at it on the ring side. Everything. CM Punk and Logan Paul are in the ring by themselves. He hits them with a rising knee, and then the Bulldog calling for the GTS. And then here comes Brock Lesnar. He leaves his cowboy hat in the ramp and heads to the ring. He starts ambushing CM Punk with a little bit of suplexes, Northern Light suplex. Lesnar kicks him out of the ring, but Rhodes comes in with some right hands, only to get German suplexed twice. And then WWE goes to their bread and butter when it comes to Roman Reigns returns. You can't have Roman Reigns comes out until you have the producer tag show up with Paul Levesque and Lee Fitting and a little copyright symbol logo on the corner of your screen. You just can't do that before Roman Reigns returns. You have to do that. They do that, and then out comes Roman Reigns. Him and Brock are having a little face to face in the middle of the ring. They start going back and forth. Bronson Reed would then eventually attack Roman Reigns from behind. He tries to hit him with a tsunami. That gets broken up, and then they just keep going back and forth. Then they had the damn NYPD show up. It's funny because before all, like when they're first starting to brawl, we don't see security. We don't see the NYPD show up. They wait until Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar show up, and they're like, "Okay, I guess we can go ahead and break this up." That right there was a little odd to me that they had to wait until that moment to send that out, and I thought the NYPD coming out was a little bit ridiculous, honestly. So they're all brawling, and then Roman Reigns eventually breaks loose, and he spears Bronson Reed and two NYPD officers through the barricade. WWE, they really love the spear through the barricade spot. I mean, you either are going through the announce table or you're going through the announcers area, or the timekeepers area barricade. One or the other. That's probably the most dangerous spot ever in the building, honestly. So, and then the show goes off the air, and that was pretty much it. I wonder if Roman Reigns is going to face any kind of lawsuits for attacking some NYPD officials. I guess we'll have to keep an eye on that. I mean, if we hear anything, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, that's it. I mean, what a loaded show. They really loaded this show up. I mean, I get why they did. It's in Madison Square Garden. They tend to load these Madison Square Garden shows with some crazy stuff, and that's exactly what we got tonight. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought of this episode of Raw. What was your moment of the night? Was it Dolph Ziggler returning? Was it um, Maxine Dupree winning the Intercontinental Championship? Was it AJ Lee returning? Was it the Brock Lesnar returning? Roman Reigns returning for the 1000th time? So yeah, I mean, let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought. And if you enjoyed this Raw review, make sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 500 subscribers. I would love to hit that goal by Thanksgiving. So by the time I get to Thanksgiving, I can be thankful for 500 subscribers. I mean, it doesn't cost you anything. It just helps me out a little bit. I'm trying to make this into something big. I want Wrestling City to become the greatest city in the world for all of your wrestling content. That's all I want. And yeah, I mean, it's wrestling. That's all we talk about here. So if you're into that, hit that subscribe button and come join Wrestling City, because I promise you, you will enjoy your stay in Wrestling City. I can promise you that right now. You are going to have the time of your life right here in Wrestling City. I'm just telling you. I'm just letting you know. You will. You will. But that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I will see you guys next time. But until then, take care. God bless. Peace.